Check. 20 and 20 going down right now. Rachel Bailey. I got Rachel Bailey coming in. 20 and 20. 20 and 20. Spread the word. Let's go. What up, Cuddy? What's happening? I need everybody to share it real quick. Share this real quick. Share this one time. Rachel Bailey in the building.
That's a mystic rain. Other times it feels like a hurricane. I got a feeling that you and
I got my homegirl Rachel Bailey in the building with her, Rachel. Hold on, let me let them vibe out real quick, Rachel. Let me let them vibe out. This is my song, Rachel. Hey. What's up, Nietzsche? Hold on. Sing it to him. Rachel Bailey in the building, y'all. Yeah. Rachel Bailey in the building.
What's good, DJ Ktone?
What's happening?
Thank you for having me. It's so good
Come
to
on
see
now. You know it was gonna happen. We had to do it. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
That's the first question. Nah, how you feeling for real? How you feeling?
For asking me. Thank you. I'm feeling really good. Thank you for asking. Good?
For sure. Well, I appreciate you coming on. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I mean, you already know, but I got to let you know. DJ Ktone 20 and 20, how we do it. 20 questions in 20 minutes. But, you know, we give or take a couple. You know what I mean? Give or take a couple minutes, give or take a couple questions. We just going to vibe out. Okay. Shout out to everybody that's on right now. If you on, share your live right now. Share the live. Tell people we on right now. Rachel Bailey in the building.
What's up, everybody?
First question. How long have you been singing? How long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this for a long time now, actually. My father was a singer, and he used to tour Europe, so I've been around it all my life. But I think I wanted to take it super serious when, probably when I turned 16 is when I did my first live show at a festival, and and then I grew into an adult, and I was like, oh, I can invest in myself, and I can make things happen for myself by investing. So. Yeah, I would say I've been in the game for a little while now.
So that was actually my next question. Like, what really just got you into the music? Like, so your dad was a singer, and that's really did that make you want to get in it, or what?
Somewhat. So my dad, he definitely inspired that in me. You know, singing in the car, going with him to the studio, backstage with him. But writing for music came to me when it was very therapeutic for me to write music. Yeah. So I fell in love with music after I began to just realize, oh my God, I can put my feelings and emotions into music, and I can, other people can relate to me.
Right.
My words. So.
That's dope. This was a question a couple of people had too. I get questions from other people. What is your heritage? What's your background?
Oh, okay. Well, so my mom is Korean and Black, and my dad is Black and Irish. So that's my background.
Korean, Black, Irish. Okay, so Korean, Black.
I'm half Irish. Black, a quarter Korean, and a quarter Irish.
Wow.
I grew up. Well, my dad is married to a Puerto Rican woman, so I did learn how to speak Spanish too through her family, which is nice. Oh, yeah? So I also get mistaken to be Puerto Rican a lot, which I feel like my Puerto Rican family would take me in and say, she's Puerto Rican, let her slide.
So you're it's a gumbo pot for you. It's you all mixed up in there. How important to you is it? How important do you feel it is to know your background and to know, you know, your heritage and where you come from? How important is that to you?
I mean, for me, it was important just to know where I come from because I was able to find strength in that, you know, with music, you know, with my background being Black, you know, during slavery, that's what got us through this, you know,
Right.
those hymns and things like that. So understanding where that comes from in me, I was able to embrace that even more and understand, oh, why I have this gift. You know, my ancestors passed it down to me. So
Yeah.
it's that thing.
So you talked about your dad a little bit. What's your relationship like with your father?
My relationship with my father it's interesting. Right now, I wouldn't say we have much of a relationship. Growing up, I went through a lot growing up. You know, my father was bipolar, so I didn't understand it as a kid, and I had to understand it growing up as an adult. I had to research it because for a while I resented him. You know what I mean? I loved him for a while as a little girl, but as you get older, you start to see things and you start to question it. So I had to really do some research on bipolar disorder, which is very important. When people have disorders like that, mental illnesses, research is the best thing that we can do in order to understand the person and not, you know, resent them or hate them for it. So that's where I'm at with my father. You know, I love him, of course, always because he's my pops, but I do understand that he's sick. You know what I mean? Like he's got healing to do, and like most of us, we all have stuff that we have to you know, work on.
Right. So does that scare you knowing that he's bipolar and that, you know, it could be hereditary?
It scared me at first. It scared me that he, you know, just growing up with it and seeing the mood swings, constant mood swings, and sometimes it got really physical. It terrified me, honestly, but I never was concerned about if it was hereditary, really, because a lot of times I do feel like some of it comes from how you were brought up to, like trauma in your family can really influence mental illness. You know what I mean? It's huge. Just like, you know, when they say the statistics about Black people having PTSD, it's real. It's a real thing, and most women also have it as well. So, like I said, it all comes to like understanding it, really doing your research on it, so that way you can understand the person.
Well, I mean, so let's talk about that because recently, you know, you've publicly expressed the situation you had. You know, that really put you in a dark place. Can you tell us, you know, I mean, just touch on that a little bit and kind of what triggered that situation and how you overcome that situation?
Yeah, well, so growing up, I witnessed a lot of abuse in my family with my mother and with myself as well. And you know, when you're a kid, that's all you know. Like that's normal to you. You don't understand anything else because that's how you're being raised. You're forming these neurons in your brain right now as a child. That's a very critical moment for you. So I had to recognize that with dealing with PTSD, and something that I learned about myself is CPTSD, which is complex post-traumatic stress disorder. And that comes from a series of traumatic things that happen in your life. And you know, it's really scary. You know, you can be triggered by a touch, a smell, a sound. Anything can trigger you, and I think it's important to learn your triggers, and then so that way you can learn how to cope with those things when you're in a situation, because it's like a fight or flight moment for you. You know, for me personally, it's like the whole world, just your body, just my brain, it just caves in and it shuts down. And so me learning that about myself, it's crucial for me. It's really heavy for me because I never spent the time to really recognize that in myself and to really pay attention to it and get help for it. And I really want to express that because I know for a long time people have been embarrassed about coming out about being bipolar or having PTSD or maybe personality disorder, you know, borderline personality disorder, schizophrenia. Like those things are things we can get help for if we go for it. So that's what I did for myself. I was in a place where I just felt like I didn't know what else to do, and I didn't know if I wanted to live or not. But deep down, I knew I wanted to live. So I called for help. And I want to express how important that is, to be able to build the courage to get help. It's okay to get help. I know there's a lot here in this chat right now, in this live right now. And I want to express to y'all that it's okay for y'all to get help too, because men, I know y'all are expected to be strong all the time. You know, y'all are expected to be the man of the house, and, you know, all this toxic masculinity has really jaded y'all. And I want to encourage y'all that the strength comes from actually wanting to get that help. That is true strength. The true strength comes from being able to recognize, oh, I have a problem and I can fix it. There's a solution for that. Let me go and get the help that I need.
Definitely. I mean, and that's very important. And, you know, just being older now, because like you said, you know, we was never taught that. I wasn't, we didn't grow up to, you need to go talk to somebody.
Stop being a punk.
You know what I'm saying? I know it. So I really feel like, especially, you know, men and black men, I think it's good to go get therapy. I think we should have therapists and counselors or someone that we talk to. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely encourage that for sure, fellas. If you're on here, definitely do that. And it's important. Mental health. I mean, you gotta your health, man. Your mental health is very important.
Like,
yeah,
we have to sit with ourselves. So we're seeing a lot. Like, I know that's, for me personally, I've been able to like really sit with myself and get to know myself almost, because we're so busy with our jobs all the time. We're busy doing shows, we're busy in the studio shooting videos, all this stuff. But quarantine has really made us sit down. Like, you're not going nowhere, you're not doing anything, and you got to be with yourself. So definitely.
Who's your biggest supporter?
My biggest supporter is my mom, like without a doubt, no question.
Tell me about her.
My mom she is such a blessing in my life. My mom's always told me that she just wants me to be happy. And whatever I need to do to be happy, she's always got my back for that. You know, whether that, it doesn't matter how long it takes. It doesn't matter what hoops I have to jump through. My mom has always had my back and has always just been super supportive about it. And that's important for me, because I value that, because I know not everybody has that in a mother. You know what I mean? And I got that. So I'm just super grateful for my mama, for real.
Shout out to Mama Bailey.
Shout out to my mama. Yeah.
Mountains or ocean?
Ooh, that's so hard. I'm gonna go. Oh my God, why did you do this? Okay, I'm just gonna go with, I'm here right now, so mountains.
Mountains. Okay. If you got to eat something, you going to Wall Street Cafe or you going to Catfish Haven? Where you going?
Oh, Lord have mercy. Whatever's closer. Can I say that?
Whatever you're closest to at the moment.
Yep.
I'll take that. Nah.
Whatever I'm close.
Nah, you got to pick one. I need you to pick one. I
can't do that. Come on, that's too hard.
All right.
That is not fair.
You more religious or spiritual?
Spiritual, for sure. I'm
spiritual?
definitely way spiritual. Yes, absolutely.
And why is that? Tell us why is that? Why do you feel that?
I'm spiritual because, like, I believe in, I'm sorry, 1 second. My dog is going to start crying. But I'm spiritual because I just believe in, like, getting to know yourself, being your true self, being happy, being real, being happy. And I have no shade against religion. I've actually learned a lot from religion. So I have no shade against religion at all. But I definitely see myself as, I appreciate everything around me. I appreciate, you know, the good in religion. I appreciate love. Love is my religion. So
definitely.
Like Bob Marley.
So let's talk. I want to talk about Black Girl Magic. We'll talk about this Black Girl Magic.
Let's talk about it.
What is Black Girl Magic to you?
Black Girl Magic to me, it doesn't, you know, a lot of people get it confused with strength. And for me personally, I would say it comes actually from your pain. Your pain is what gives you the strength. So, you know, we go through a lot every single day. Know, even Black mothers are out there, they're having to worry about their sons, you know, being killed by law enforcement and things. And they also got to go and provide for their children as well. You know, there's a problem with the workforce as well, the workforce system, with you know, not giving us the opportunities that we deserve because our hair is, you know, braided, or our hair is in a fro, and we were born that way. We didn't have a choice to look a certain way. That's not fair. So that's the magic in us, is that we're still able to take that and say, okay, world, well, I'm still here, and I'm still gonna make something of myself. There's nothing that can get me down. Even if you are feeling scared, that's where the strength comes from, and that's the Black girl magic.
Okay. Who do you feel in your world best exemplifies Black girl magic, and why?
In my world right now, my mom, she didn't go to college. She actually graduated high school early. She got pregnant with me at 17, had me at 18. And she is doing so good for herself right now. I mean, like, I'm so proud of her. Just the fact that she didn't have a degree or anything to back her. She really, really worked so hard to get to where she is right now. And it's so inspiring for me personally, just to look at her and know where she started, where she came from. You know, my mom was in the mess halls in the military, you know, washing dishes and cleaning and things like that. And I remember when she purchased her first house, I was just so proud of her. She purchased it all by herself, had her own car, was able to take care of her children on her own. And she's Black girl magic to me, 100%.
That's dope. Shout out to Mama Bailey again.
Yeah.
Pushing through. Now I seen a couple of your posts, and you was talking about, you know, Black men protect the Black women. So my question to you as a Black man, how do we best protect our Black women? What does that look like to you? How can you teach us what should we be doing?
Listen. That's what we can start with, is listening and cutting out the excuses and believing what we're saying. When we tell you that we're scared, or we tell you that we need you, or we're expressing, hey, you know, like the over sexualizing thing. That's another thing that I want to talk about, is just that has got to end. We have to stop that. We can't embrace our Black women and protect our Black women if we're constantly over sexualizing them. If we're constantly, you know, talking about this be that, you know what I mean? Right. You know, it's just, it's too much. And so the way I want to say it is, treat your Black girls how you would treat your mother. Your mother is your queen. Your mother is your I know how Black men treat their mothers. They love their mothers, and they got their mothers back at all times. So you treat all Black women like you would treat your mother, really.
Okay. I mean, that's fair. That's fair for sure.
You know what I mean? Like, you have their back. You have their back at all costs. Like, there is no excuses. Don't make excuses about it. You have their back the same way they would have your back, period. Right.
So you have the record. You made a record, Black Girl Magic, featuring Nay Renee. So tell us how that came about. Knowing how you feel now about, you know, Black Girl Magic. How did it come about? Like, what sparked that for you to make that?
I just wanted to speak honestly. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I heard Amizi and Shiriko, and I just got so inspired because they told their side as Black men. So I was like, all right, well, I think it's time for the ladies to speak up too, and so for us to share our side as well. And in the song, I pretty much say, you know, when Cap take knees and the bros can't breathe, Black girl magic is what you need, because we need to be the ones also to have y'all's back, to make sure that when y'all are down, that we can pick y'all up. That's where we come in as well, and it's got to be mutual. But so I was inspired by that, and I wanted to tell my story as well as a Black girl. And I thought that Nay Renee would be absolutely perfect. You know, she's from here, Denver, Colorado. She's been through so much. I mean, baby girl got shot. I mean, like, a lot she's been through a lot. She's also a mother of a Black son. You know what I mean? So I just thought it would be perfect for her to go ahead and tell her side. And I think she executed it perfectly by kind of just, you know, saying things that we used to do, and when we played out in the streets, we were playing our little Sally Walker. We was double dutching, you know. It was all good times, all good vibes, and it's important for me. When you see the video that we're gonna drop soon, you're gonna see beautiful Black girls just being kids. I wanted to
Definitely.
show that. I wanted to show that they are kids. Like, there's, it's not just Black girls. They're kids. They're children. You know what I mean?
Right. Definitely.
And they deserve
I
a
can't
chance
wait.
at life.
I can't wait to see that. I mean, you know, people
Powerful.
actually
It's so powerful.
really request that in my mixes now all the time. So thank you for that.
Oh, I'm
Appreciate
so
that.
glad. That's
I'm gonna keep
awesome.
that. And we're gonna play that here in a minute. But I do want to talk about your new EP too. I heard you have a new EP dropping. When, where, fill us in, talk to me.
Yes, I got a new EP dropping August 16th on my mama's birthday. Shout out to her. She's the first track on the EP. Like I said, she's my biggest inspiration, so I had to do it for her. It's basically gonna be a whole vibe of like what's happened during quarantine. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I recently just had a heartbreak, got my heart broken. But so to hold over things, I wanted to drop this EP because I had a life before this breakup. And so it's important that people see, you know, the process of things. That's what being an artist is about, is being able to tell your story and what you're going through at the moment. So, you know, I just got a little EP that's coming out on all platforms. And it's going to basically just kind of hold y'all over until I drop the album coming.
Okay. So the EP is called what?
Bailey. You know, I go by, you know, I got Bay Gang. Bay Gang is in this chat right now. So Bay stands for being an example. Shout out Bay Gang. Bay stands for being an example. And, you know, my last name is Bailey, so I had to just marry the two together because I represent.
I like that. Shout out Bay Gang. So Bailey, August 16th, that's the EP. Now you're working on the album.
Mm-hmm.
So when should we expect that? And what should we expect from that?
Woo! Man, so I'm going to tell you when you can expect it is when it's ready. It's got to be ready. Because for this EP, for this album that's coming out, I'm getting very personal and very, very vulnerable, like none before. And I think y'all can just expect to just really feel me. Like 100% feel me. Like y'all going to be in those feels. You're going to be able to relate to it. And I think anybody will be able to play this album. I mean, I started on it. I had 6 hours of studio time, and I banged out 4 songs in 6 hours, and that's the quickest I've ever worked, honestly, because it's coming out naturally. When the emotions are high, like, you're able to just let it flow. So I'm excited about it. It sucks that I'm like, you know, I'm all sad and heartbroken right now, but
that's, you know, that's sometimes that's when you make the best music.
Absolutely. And it's therapy for me to like just be able to get it out that way. You know, music is a vibration. So you literally feel it in your body because your body is mostly made of water. So you're going to be able to feel it.
And like I told you, I told you on the phone, you know, you got to go through it to get to it.
That's right. Yeah.
So, you know, that's just
I will never forget that.
That's what you're doing right now.
Yes, sir.
So just knowing, you know, everything you've been through, all the stuff that you're going through currently, like, what is your motivation to keep going? Because it's easy to quit.
Yeah, my Bay Gang. Bay Gang is the motivation. I mean, there are little girls that see me and they look up to me. I've always been a big sister, and I've always been someone to just embrace and take care of somebody, you know, especially these young girls, because I can just relate. I know what it's like to be silent. And so I want to be that voice for them. I have a story to tell, and I got to hang in there. I got to live. I got to be here to tell my story. It's important to me.
For sure. Name 3 women for me in music that inspires you. 3 women in music that inspire you.
Janae Aiko, for sure. Big inspiration. Kehlani has really inspired me as well. And I would honestly say, I would say Alicia Keys as well. I mean, oh God, can I say Beyonce too? Is that too many? Because it's Beyonce. Come on, man. Like, she's such an inspiration. Like, just the way she's able to express her art and just really be so transparent. Same with Janae Aiko. I listened to her latest album, Chilombo, and I'm just like, girl, like, you went there. Like, you really, really went there. I loved, like, being able to research how she came up with her album and how she got in touch with nature and how she just locked in, and that right there, you could tell, you can hear it in her music, and that was so inspiring.
What's your take on or your outlook on R&B music in the industry right now as it stands? How do you feel about it? Today's music.
Just from the artists that I've named, I mean, I think it's a beautiful thing, especially now in quarantine. Like I said, people are they're learning about themselves right now, and they're able to put that in their music. I love how Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion came together. Two very powerful rappers could have easily just decided to beef with each other, but they came together and they made such a really like empowering, like feminism, like type video. Like I'm just so happy about that. I think like this quarantine is a blessing in disguise. Like, though there's a lot of crazy stuff that's happening, I really feel like the world is allowing us to be able to express that and talk about it more. So I'm really happy that people are they're starting to speak the truth. It's coming out, you know what I mean? Lil Baby, I know he's a rapper, but I love how he was able to speak out about what's going on in the world right now. That is so important to me because
I appreciate any artist who's doing that right now.
Yeah, including you. Don't count yourself out because
on everything.
Look now,
sure.
You know what we got going on.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, I appreciate that. Couple more questions, real quick. Mary J. or Beyonce?
Ooh, right now, I'm going for Mary J. because I'm in my Mary J. feels right now.
Yeah, that's
my girl. I grew up with her. My mama would wake up Sunday morning, turn on R&B. We was cleaning up the house. We was listening. Go wrong. Girl, I'm not gonna cry. Yes, we was singing all of that.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with Mary. Janae or Kehlani?
I'm gonna go with. I love Kehlani, but I'm gonna go with Janae.
Okay.
It might be a Blasian thing, but honestly, I just think it's because of her latest album. I was just like, girl, whew, girl, you tore that up.
I'm gonna take it back to the originals. Ella Fitzgerald or Billie Holiday?
I'm a Billie Holiday fan, actually.
Okay.
I'm a Billie Holiday fan, absolutely.
Okay. Now, 2 more questions. Okay. Tell me that. Finish the sentence. Rachel Bailey is.
Rachel Bailey is. Big Gang!
Okay. DJ Ktone is.
On everything.
On everything.
Come on, DJ. Come on, DJ.
Yeah.
On
Rachel Bailey, I appreciate you. Listen, I'm going to play this Black Girl Magic for the people. You got to talk to them real quick. Tell them about the single. Tell them how it came about. And introduce it right now for the people.
Black Girl Magic featuring Nay Renee. We talking about the magic in us and our skin color and our hair and our nose and our features, our big old booties, honey. Black Girl Magic featuring Nay Renee. Let's get it.
Let's get into it. Rachel Bailey, Black Girl Magic. This one's featuring Nay Renee. I need y'all to turn this up. If you got some questions for Rachel Bailey, put them in the chat right now. Put them in the chat.
I got Black Girl Magic. Don't it look fantastic? Black Girl Magic.
Hey.
Black Girl Magic.
Let's go, Rachel.
Black Girl Magic. Black Girl, Black Girl.
This my song too, Rachel.
Black Girl Magic.
We love y'all black girls. We love y'all black women.
Black girl, get me on my focus. Tryna take me out the game. Tryna stop my grind, that's bogus.
Don't be afraid to ask Rachel a question. She gonna answer.
Oh, you can't touch my hair. I'm more than just a color in the clothes I wear. Innocent and dying police act like they don't care. But trust in me, express can't breathe. Black girl magic, what you we do it like a strategy. I got black girl magic.
If I got some black girls on here, I need you to put your emojis up right now. Put your black fists up right now. Put your black fists up right now, black women.
Black girl magic. Black girl, black girl, black girl, black girl, black girl, magic. Black girl, black girl, black girl.
August 16th, August 16th.
Black girl, magic. Sitting on the floor, get my hair combed down. Mama like, girl, please don't cry. I remember nights when had nothing to eat. She was cooking up chicken and circle with fries. Street lights on like get inside. Sunday mornings, fade them ties. Ready to play, so please don't lie. Remember them days we was all outside. Right foot up, left foot up, double dutch. Right foot up, left foot up, double dutch.
You got questions coming in, Rachel? You got questions coming in?
Don't get in front of me. Shawty gon' do your thing.
Black girl, do your thing. Rachel, do your thing. Rachel, do your thing. Do your thing. Rachel, do your thing. Shout out to all my black girls on here. Let me see your black fist. Let me see your black fist, ladies. August 16th. Rachel Bailey. And Renee, video coming real soon. Video coming real soon.
Hey.
Yeah.
Much love. Thank you.
Rachel, I appreciate you, Rachel. You keep hanging in there. You know, keep doing your thing. Push through it. Anything you want to tell the people before you go? Anything you want to say? Whatever you want to tell them.
August 16th. Y'all might make sure you mark that on your calendar. My mama just joined in here right now. I love you, Mom. It's gonna be, my EP is gonna be dropped on your birthday. I love you so much, and I dedicate this EP to you, baby. I love you.
That's dope. That's dope. And I'm out of town right now, but I got your gift. I give everybody a gift. All my people who come on the show, I got your gift. Don't even trip. I'm gonna get it to you. I ain't gonna tell you what it is. It's just a surprise. I got you. I got you.
Oh, okay. I like
cool.
Surprises. I'm with that.
I got you. I appreciate you. We're gonna check the album out. Y'all make sure y'all support Rachel Bailey. Follow her. Join the Bay Gang. And yeah, you know how we rock, Rachel. I'm gonna be hollering at you for sure.
Already. Bay Gang. Safe travels back home.
On everything. One love. Appreciate y'all. Y'all support Rachel Bailey. EP dropping August 16th. Black Girl Magic video dropping real soon. Support her. Follow her. Follow me at DJ Ktone. I need y'all to make sure y'all follow me on Twitch too. We're going to start turning everything up on Twitch. Twitch TV at DJ Ktone. Go to Twitch right now. Get you a Twitch account. Follow me. OfficialDJKtone.com. Big shout out to Woody Dooski Wooski. Dooski Wooski Wear. Denver, Colorado. We out of here.